Bam, we're live. You know something I did the other day? There's a setting in StreamYard where you can run this thing at 1080 or 720. And I switched it. It's been at 720 the whole time, 720p. So I changed it to 1080p. So there you go. 0 viewers. This show wasn't scheduled. That kind of sucks. Usually all the shows are scheduled ahead of time, and I just come in here in the morning and there we go. That doesn't happen very often. I actually can't remember the last time that happened. When you come in late to a show, when do you know? Like I struggle when I come late to a show. There's like this line for when I'm willing to go back and watch it 2 times speed and catch up to the actual live part of the show. You know what I mean? So like if I log into a show and I'm just 3 minutes late, um, oh, you're here, Peckerhead. Okay, it's just me and you this morning. I'm assuming when you say Peckerhead, you're talking to me. What's up, Sevi? Hello. Hello, Tom. Good morning. Hair looks good this morning. Oh, same as every morning, but thank you, Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez. So if you're like 3 minutes, so you tune into a show. Let's say it's a show on YouTube, and you're 3 minutes behind. You start at the beginning and watch at 2 times speed, or 1.5 speed, or 1.25 speed, and catch up. And at what point, let's say it's a 90-minute show, at what point do you not do that? Do you not go back? So if you've missed the first 30 minutes and it's a 90-minute show, do you still start at the beginning and watch at 1.5 speed or 2 times speed to try to catch up? It's a dilemma. There's this show that I watch sometimes after this show in the morning on Clydesdale Media that Scott Schweitzer does, and that show's really, it's a fucking complicated mathematical equation because the show is very short. Very short. Oh, you walk the dog and listen. You don't watch live. I don't watch. Oh, I don't. I watch live and then go back later. Okay. You go back later? That's interesting. Good morning. Yeah, it's so much better live. What's interesting though is when I have that, I don't do that on TV. My kid wants to do that sometimes with TV. Like if we turn on a football game late, he wants to watch it from the beginning. I'm like, hell no. Like if we start at halftime, he wants to go back to the beginning. Speaking of dogs, where's the puppy? We get it today. It comes to California today at 6:45 a.m. PM. It lands in San Jose, California. Mhm. FedEx and other companies suing to get tariff money back. I thought consumers pay tariffs. Well, at the end of the day, of course, all roads lead back to everything's paid by the consumer, right? I mean, some consumer somewhere. You're just hoping it's not you. At the end of the day, someone's paying for something. Unless there's slavery. Unless there's slavery. No, no. Dosage. I think you missed the point of that. Nice try. Nice try. I join in the line, then go back. My wife will want to start from the beginning. My FOMO goes nuts. Yeah. I didn't even think about it, but that's what it feels like. And then I'm 20 minutes behind the show, watching it 2 times speed, looking at the comments, being like, shit. And then even if I want to comment, I'm like, it's really not appropriate because I know I'm 20 minutes behind everyone. So you have to show a little bit of discipline. Good morning. Are you watching the State of the Union tonight? Hell yeah. Oh God. What time is that at? What time is the State of the Union at? State of the Union. Time. Time is that? Trump delivers the State of the Union. Here's how to watch. Just tell me the time. Does anyone know what time? 9 p.m. Eastern time? Okay. God, that's late. Yeah, you're right. State of the Union is scheduled to begin at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. In 2017, the State of the Union was 1 hour long. In 2018, it was 1 hour and 21 minutes long. In 2019, it was 1 hour and 22 minutes long. In 2020, it was 1 hour and 18 minutes. In 2025, it was the longest address to a joint session of Congress since 1964, 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's awesome. Trump said it's going to be a long speech tonight because we have so much to talk about. Oh, crazy, crazy. You know how after there's the State of the Union, the Dems will or whoever the other party is who's not in power will give like a response. The response is coming from Governor Abigail Spanberger. What do you think about Spanberger? Abigail Spanberger. That's the Democrat in Virginia that got elected. And in her first month, she's proposed 50 new taxes. Crazy. On the House floor, cabinet officials, Supreme Court justices, and members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, seats reserved up front. Senators sit behind them, followed by members of the House. Hey, is it as simple as Senate has more cachet or is like cooler than House just because there's fewer of them? Is that there's 100 of them voting as opposed to 458 or whatever with the other? How many do the other guys have? How many people are in the House? Is it 458 or is that the Congress in totality? How many U.S. House members? Oh, 435. By law, its current membership is set at 435 representatives plus non-voting delegates. Do you think the women on the U.S. hockey team are going? That's a good question. Spanberger's going to put Virginia in the shitter. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you hear about the ex-Norway prime minister attempted suicide because of Epstein-linked probe? No. That's amazing. Hey, do you ever see something on Twitter and like there's a headline above it and it says this person says free speech is bad, and then you listen to the 30-second clip and you don't even hear it in there and you're like, "Wait, what?" I feel like I see more and more of that lately. Oh, by the way, I do want remember how yesterday I said I made the presupposition that Gavin Newsom, when he was saying that he's dumb like the audience in that 960 SAT speech, I was assuming that the audience was black. Well, I assumed wrong. I saw a picture of the audience. That audience was not black. I mean, maybe there were some black people in it, but the quick shot I saw of it is they were white. Prime Minister of Norway from 1996-97 was charged in February of 2026 with gross corruption related to ties with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. Charges of gross corruption, aggravated corruption. Investigation involves trips to Epstein properties with expenses paid by Epstein. Wow. Prime Minister of Norway. But he presents so well up front. Hey, man, all I can say is Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby all day, every day. The cleanest man in comedy, a gentleman, a father figure on The Cosby Show, never swears in his comedy. That was the whole thing when I was a kid. For those of you who are as old as me, that was the whole thing. Bill Cosby never swears. I wonder if I type that in. Bill Cosby never swears. That was his whole thing. That's why my parents loved him. That's why the libs loved him. He never swore. Bill Cosby never swears. Bill Cosby notoriously maintained a clean comedy persona for decades, famously criticizing other comedians for using profanity. However, he did not strictly avoid swearing throughout his life, notably cursing at prosecutors in court after his 2018 sexual assault conviction. That's when he swore. He avoided vulgarity in his stand-up routines. I'm starting to think at times, you probably heard the theory that men who are like hypersexualized in their content and always making sex jokes and shit are really gay. It's just a front. You know what I mean? It's just a front for us. I mean, for them, because they're really gay, so that they're like hyper fixated on making comments about women to let everyone know that they're straight. I feel like I know people who try to take the moral high ground on everything. Some of these religious types, and really just the the least of their sins is every time they're sleeping with their wife, they're thinking of their neighbor's wife. But at average, they're just straight cheaters. You know the guy. I remember it when I was a kid hearing it in high school or something. There was this Republican senator who was anti-gay to the gills. It was crazy. And then he got caught having his dick sucked in a bathroom, airport bathroom somewhere. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. If Trump can manage to get free playing in the speech, it'll be the best State of the Union speech ever. If Trump can manage to get free, I don't, free bird, get free bird, free eagle, free. I don't know. That's a great emoji. I don't know how to read that. Thoughts on Newsom? Yeah, he's still a douchebag. Here's the thing. Let me just say this about it. Not necessarily about Newsom. It's sad that that's a political strategy. Maybe it's not even a political strategy. I don't know what these people are thinking, but it's just weird. I don't, to be honest with you, I think just Newsom just freeballs it. And he's just hoping his personality will carry him and like him. And if you like him, you like him. And if you don't, you don't. I don't know. No, it's a strategy. Because remember the thing, the Latinx shit. Like he said he never said Latinx. He doesn't know where that comes from. And then they put together a montage of him using Latinx 20 times. I don't understand the guy. I don't understand how these people sleep at night. I don't know how they keep all their fucking stories straight. It sounds really hard with that. Um, that being said, under the under the rules of being a woke libtard, that's just a straight microaggression, right? Um, and I bring to the table, I really that's my whole thing is that I agree with Malcolm X 100%. That the libs, they think that they're doing something so noble to protect, and since they don't have any values and morals, they'll just cut anything out and say anything to get what they want because they really truly do believe they're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you were to take a poll of this is a little off subject. If you were to take a poll of conservatives and ask them how much you hate Democrats on a 1 to 10 versus you ask Democrats how much you hate conservatives on a 1 to 10, I guarantee you the dark side is much stronger in the left. It's so fucking strong. And I know you don't believe it, Pat, but they are the chopping the dick off of a baby's crowd. I saw this morning. I think this is crazy. I think this is just fucking bonkers, but I know I'm bringing the present to it.
And they've all been girls.
That's right.
And you've delivered over 4,300 babies.
That's right.
And they've all been girls.
That's right. They've all been girls.
You know, that's amazing. You know, my assistant back in New York actually calculated the odds of that happening, and it was over 1 in 700 trillion.
Oh, no kidding. Well, the important thing is, knock on wood, they're all healthy and happy. I try to stay in touch with as many as I can. They're like my family. They're my little girls.
I mean, it's
Can you hear this? Can you guys even hear this? Is the audio? Can you even hear the audio on that? It seems really low to me. It's an SNL skit. It's a doctor who's delivered 50,000 female babies without a single male.
it's like a miracle, not one single boy.
Oh, my goodness. Louise, would you send in the Carters, please? I have an appointment. You're welcome to stay and take some notes. Hello, Janet, Ted.
Doctor.
It's an SNL skit. There's a reporter who's like, hey, how have you donated 50,000 babies? And they're all girls. And so she's there investigating. How the fuck is that possible?
How's everything going?
Well, I'm doing all right.
So far, so good.
Well, this is Shelley Barnett of People magazine.
Miss Barnett.
They're doing an article on me. Can you imagine that?
That doesn't surprise me. Dr. Hoffertz is the best.
He delivered all 7 of our daughters.
Well, I have the results of your amniocentesis right here, and I've got some good news. Everything's fine. The
That's Bill Murray. This must be from the 70s or 80s.
baby's healthy.
Dr. Hoffertz, is it a boy?
Now, Ted, wouldn't you rather be surprised in the delivery room?
No, doctor, I'd like to know.
Well, no. It's a girl.
I love girls.
See, Ted really wants a boy. This is our 8th try.
We'll try again.
No, no more.
Doctor, will this one need that operation?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
What operation is that, doctor?
Well, every now and then, a little girl is born with a penis and testicles.
It's an SNL skit. He's delivered 50,000 babies, and he goes on to say that every time that there's a girl born with a penis and testicles, he chops it off. And this goes on for a fucking another 2 minutes into the macabre. It's like this was a joke skit 20 years ago. And now it's our real world. 50,000 babies all. And then the reporter asks, how many of these girls are born with penises? He's like, I don't know, like 50%. We just chop them off. Saturday Night Live skit. It gets really dark. And that's the left, man. That's the Gavin Newsom party. It's sinister shit. This is a crazy story. This is going back to the hockey. This is a real trippy story. Really, really trippy. I saw someone say, hey, this is like we live in a simulation. I don't even know what that means, but Jack Hughes has the craziest overlap with the Miracle on Ice USA hockey team. You remember Jack Hughes was the guy on the USA hockey team who had his tooth knocked out? And we saw yesterday he scored the winning goal in overtime in sudden death. And then the USA hockey team won and they went crazy and they haven't won since 1980, since the U.S. beat the Russians. Well, the name Jack Hughes overlapped with Team USA men's hockey before. Before the 1980 Olympics, another Jack Hughes, a guy with the same name, was in contention for the roster. He was not related, but the overlap is crazy anyway. That earlier Jack Hughes was born in July of 1957 in Somerville, Massachusetts. He was a candidate to make the 1980 Olympic men's hockey team. That's the last time they won the gold. Out of Harvard, but was one of the last players to get cut. That team, of course, went on to win the 1980 gold medal, stunning the Soviet Union in the semifinal, the Miracle on Ice. Oh, they didn't even beat the Soviet Union in the finals? It was in the semifinals? I didn't know that. I thought it was in the finals. So the last guy to get cut. I guess that's from is there some Disney movie or some shit? I grew up watching the U.S. dominate the Olympics, and now you guys don't seem to bother with it. I haven't seen anything. I wouldn't even know how to watch the Olympics. I don't even know where they're on. Does anyone know where they're on? Pat, I think you should watch Tim Pool with Andrew Heaton last night. They go deep into tariffs. Pat, I don't want to watch anything that goes deep. I'm a superficial D-bag. Oh, Pat, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the Olympics. I liked it better. Hey, listen, speaking of better, I like the Olympics better when it was all every 4 years. This every 2 years shit is does nothing for me. I'll tell you the story. So I sit by this guy. He's one of the parents of one of the kids who's I see all the time, homeschooled kids, and he's a recruiter for tech firms. And I think he's one of the first like 400 employees at Facebook. Really successful guy, and he just recruits. Him and his wife both were one of the first, I think, 400 at Facebook, and so they got loot. And he recruits fucking tech geniuses to work in tech companies. So he's really on the pulse of what they're doing in the tech industry. And he's been telling me for the last like 2 years, hey man, I don't think people realize AI is here. They think it's like coming, but it's here. Like you're in it. It's here. It's here. It's here. And then I watched this interview with the CEO of Palantir the other day, and the CEO was saying that, hey, if you don't get on the AI train right now and figure out what's going on, the door's going to close, and a huge chunk of society is going to move forward, and everyone else is just going to be completely left behind. And he's saying it's a 5-year window, and we're like 2 years into it. And I'm hearing all this stuff, and it's pretty abstract for me. I don't really get it because I'm not involved with like hands-on. I'm not involved with AI at all. Every once in a while, as a joke, I'll talk to Grok in my card, like because my kids think it's funny. And for the last like 2 weeks, this guy's been being like, "Hey, dude, $100 million worth of payroll was wiped out of Silicon Valley this morning because Claude or this thing Claude, CLAUDE, Claude wiped out $100 million worth of jobs." And then he'll be like, "Hey, dude, this morning, $250 million worth of fucking payroll jobs are gone because of Claude." I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What's this Claude thing? What's he talking about? So after about a week of him saying this to me, I start to understand what he's saying. What he's saying is that there's these technical innovations that are happening through AI that are wiping out whole entire job markets. And the numbers he's throwing out there are crazy, right? And he's like, dude, it's happening so fast. And so about a week ago, no, this weekend, he was in Sacramento with me. His daughter's an insane fighter. Both his daughters are great fighters. One of his daughters is probably top 5 in the world. And he said, what was he saying? What did he say? It was something crazy. He said this morning, $1 billion worth of payroll has now been wiped out of Silicon Valley this morning because of this new announcement of something AI can do. That is what Elon's been talking about. And important question, Sevi. If Claude was a real person, do you think he would have a hammer? No, he'd have a claw. Great question. Wow. So I've been kind of like just like listening to him say this stuff. Thank you, bless you, thank you. I've been listening to this and I've been like, wow, this is like some shit's going down, right? So then this morning I saw, or last night I saw this. How come I can't share this screen? Oh, there we go. IBM shares plummet amid COBOL modernization debate. This thing, COBOL, COBOL, it's some computer language. I think it's what ATMs use. You know, it's like a programming language. And so there's all these people who speak this language and their job is to code shit, code computers. So computers have this operating system, I think, and then there's a language, and then like people type in there in the computer's language and tell the computer what to do. If someone pushes this button, spit out $20. If someone pushes this button, spit out $40. I think that's what it is. That's my simplistic understanding. IBM stock, and there's over 1 million people who do that in the United States. Maybe upwards of 5 million people who are in that sector. That's like 3% of the U.S. workforce. So how much is it when IBM loses $1 billion? IBM stock experienced a significant decline, dropping over 13% in a single day. The downturn was influenced by comments on COBOL modernization and competition from AI startup Anthropic, meaning this AI can now write COBOL and can somehow make it better than humans. That's how I read that. I don't know what it's really saying. IBM shares have fallen 27% in February, marking the worst performance since at least 1968. Sevi, how big is IBM? I think IBM's over. It's a $208 billion company. IBM was incorporated in 1911. IBM operates in 175 countries, employs approximately 300,000 people. The company has a robust roster of business partners to service its clients, which includes 95% of all Fortune 500 companies. And what's interesting is, look, IBM reported a revenue of $67.54 billion with a 3-year revenue growth rate of 2.4%. So it's not like the company's not doing well. But this Claude company, this Claude AI, whatever the fuck this thing is, announced that it can do COBOL. It can now like write in this language. So I think I think how it works, I'm sure some of you know, most of you know better than I do. I think you write to this thing in English, and then it turns it into COBOL language. So you don't got to learn that shit. And this is what I keep hearing too. I keep hearing this. This is everywhere, this headline. Over the past several months, we've noticed troubling pattern. Warren Buffett liquidated $6.8 billion in stocks. Bill Gates has sold off 500,000 shares of Microsoft, and Jeff Bezos filed to sell Amazon shares worth $4.8 billion. These guys are liquidating all their stocks. SEMA. I barely code anymore. I just asked Gemini to take my current code and ask it to make code for what I want to do. Oh boy. Yeah. So I guess I kind of understand it. I understand it like a third grader, second grader. I got a little arrogant. COBOL is ancient. Yeah. I read somewhere, Clando, that 95% of the ATMs in the US still use it. And I asked my buddy about that. I go, hey, why are all these guys selling off their stocks? And he said, because they know the market's going to crash. They know AI is going to crash all sorts of massive companies. IBM closed the day lower by nearly 13.2% at $223 per share. IBM has long sold mainframe systems that are optimized for large-scale transactions processing, where COBOL has often been used. So one announcement like this, and it's one announcement like this, and it tanks. One company announces like, "Hey, this," and just like that, $1 billion off of IBM's shares. This is from April 27, 2023. There were 5 million computer and mathematical jobs in May of 2022, representing 3.4% of the U.S. employment. The largest computer and mathematical occupations were software developers, 1.5 million, computer users, support specialists, 700,000, computer systems analysis, 500,000. The smallest occupation in the group were mathematicians. Those are all the Asian people, 2,070. Mathematical science occupation. All other, 3,840. And then 25,000 actuaries. Twenty of the 21 jobs have pay more than the mean income of people in the United States. Go figure. Hey, so if these people are 5 million strong in the workforce, and their jobs are going away at this rate, I don't trust a lot of these AI announcements. It's vapor until adoption. I hear you. It seems like shit's moving fast, though. It seems like shit's moving fast. I watched a video yesterday. I can't believe I watched it, but it was on they put in all the information they have about Stonehenge into AI and asked AI, what is Stonehenge? What was the purpose of it? And it was crazy. It was crazy how much information they put in and what the AI could do that would take human beings months and months and months. One of these articles I was reading says that this AI can do what it can do like in 3 seconds what a team of COBOL programmers would take 5 months. I don't know how big a team is. So there you go. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more talk about AI, which ties us into our next story. Did you go to college? Imagine the perception of people. Like now we know, like, hey, if you take out a student loan to go to college, you're probably retarded. Like, especially if you're getting a degree, like, I don't know, what should you get a degree in? I was going to say, unless you're getting a degree in mathematics or physics or chemistry, but even those with AI coming, who knows? Who knows? But imagine taking a loan out today to do get a BA in racism in the workplace or whatever the fuck they have, lesbians in the workforce or social compliance in the workspace. Just all those ones that are like the most dominant ones. Like what? Let's see. What are the most common college majors? Business, social sciences, engineering, psychology, biological science, like business administration. Jesus Christ. Social sciences, psychology. So you take out these fat loans, but they didn't know. Remember, our parents would tell us like, "Hey, you got to go to college to get a good job. Got to go to college." Yeah, basket weaving. It's over. It's over. And all these people got these jobs and got these loans, got these educations, and what are they good for?
I've got $87,000 of student loans, and now the government is like, pay up, no mercy, no support. This country sets us up for failure. They handed out student loans to 18-year-olds.
I mean, she got crazy. She got crazy written all over her with the bathrobe and the bathroom door open, and she looks like she's got like this skin treatment she does that takes her an hour every day.
Government is like, pay up, no mercy, no support. This country sets us up for failure. They handed out student loans to 18-year-olds with no real world guidance. And now they're shocked that we're drowning. And we even talk about the interest, because my interest rate is about 6% on my student loan. That's after I consolidated them. It used to be 6.5%. My $87,000 used to be about $65,000. With the way that interest is on my student loans, it is growing faster than I can even pay it off. And now they're going to garnish wages.
I've been in debt before, like horrible debt. I'm a filmmaker and I have a credit card that's maxed out with $21,000, and I have a credit card that's maxed out with $14,000, and I have another credit card that's maxed out with $3,700. And I'm 27 years old, fucking living in my motorhome, trying to fucking make little movies. I never once thought of fucking complaining and blaming someone else. I never like it. It never even entered. It never even entered my mind. I don't even understand. Have some accountability. Here's the thing. Would that even enter your mind though? Would it even enter your mind?
Wreck us and punish us while refusing to cap interest rates or fix the system. It's not justice, it's exploitation.
I would never consider blaming someone. I would just be like how are you going to I would never consider blaming someone. 6% isn't bad for a loan, and why do you still have 87K in loans at that age? Yeah, because she never got a job. Yeah, fuck no. Yeah, I'd never think about blaming someone. What's the point? How does that what's the point? I paid off my student loans 5 years ago. You're welcome, citizens. What? I don't even know how they go there. How do you go there? How do you go there? Hey, it's like it reminds me of the whole thing with CrossFit and how there was this cohort of athletes and every fifth thing out of their mouth is, but I gave feedback. But I gave feedback. We've had these problems for 20 years, but I gave feedback. I gave feedback. We've had these problems for 20 years. These problems have been going on forever. We never know what the fucking problems are. And now you're using energy for that instead of actually doing something. Like, hey, do something. I gave feedback. That's what she's doing. She's giving feedback. I gave feedback. Mr. Guerrero, people complain about living costs and spend over $100 a month in coffees. Yeah, it's crazy. No student loans, went straight to work after graduation at 16, still in the same line of work. Is that just being hot? It's called making sacrifices. Yeah, I make my kids sacrifice all the time. I used to always take them to this coffee shop after gymnastics to get a sandwich. And now I'm like, hey, we're not doing that anymore. And they're like, why? I'm like, I'm using that $40 to invest in Robinhood. Every time we go to gymnastics, I buy $40 worth of stock. Hey, Dan, relax. Yeah, relax, Dan. Thank you. Thank you, Gabe. Hey, Dan, shut the fuck up, man. Just reason like you, the economy's not moving forward. Sometimes I wonder if I like coming into this show or if I really just like having a full cup of coffee to sip for 90 minutes. I gave feedback and no one listened. But I gave feedback. Wah. I told them that the loans weren't fair. I told them. Hey, just for starters, go back to one thing. Instead of saying I gave feedback, you'd be much, much, much better off whatever feedback you gave. Keep repeating that. That at least. It's still pointless, but that at least makes you 50% smarter, more productive, more valuable. You've gone just straight to complaining. Shut the fuck up. But I gave feedback. I have feedback. I gave feedback. No one listened. It's been bothering me for years. Like you've now said you've given feedback more than the feedback you've given by 100x. Think about that. You've turned yourself into a whiny little bitch. And 99% of you who are giving feedback are just fucking projecting your own insecurities. I had Dunkin' coffee. When I was in Albany for the games last year, and I had it every morning. And I think I walked there with Dents in the mornings. It was fucking good. It was so good. I'm embarrassed to say how good it was. I mean, it was probably just full of chemicals and shit. It was like drinking candy. I didn't even get sugar added to it. Cole, adding some perspective. Thank you, sir. Keep in mind, some of these loans were 0% for like 4 or 5 years during the fake virus time. But some of these people didn't take advantage of that time to pay them off. Wild. I bet Matosian boys would kill it at hockey or lacrosse. Look at their dad's hair. You ever do something as a parent and you're like I'm having my first questioning as a parent. Every time I take him to fight, I'm like, oh, did I get him in the right sport? Fighting thing is so crazy. Do any of you take your kids to fight? Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Boy, I wonder how many of you are going to know this reference. I wonder how many of you are going to know this reference. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I can't even find it. I can't find it. Damn. I was looking for a clip where it from the song "We Love You Easy" and he goes, "I love you too." That would have been a great. God, I listened to so much NWA as a kid. Woo! So much NWA. You guys remember that line? "We love you easy. I love you too." But there's other ways to skin the cat, right, Trish? Trish says it would be stupid to pay off 0% loans in an inflationary environment. Yeah, but what you could do is if the loans are at 0% interest, somehow put that money somewhere else, make money on it, and then pay off your loans. Hey, I'm going to tell you, and this isn't to dig at you at Trish at all, but I was just going to tell you something. So I had this house. I bought it for $400,000 in 2011. And when I say I bought it, my wife bought it. And I got a 15-year loan with a 2.85% interest rate. And then on top of that, I paid my mortgage twice a month. And everyone said I was stupid. And then I had a van, a minivan, and I had a 0% interest loan. And the payment on it was like $600 a month or something. And I paid $1,000 a month. And everyone told me I was stupid. Because I paid the mortgage twice, even though it was a 15-year loan, I paid it twice a month, and I paid the van $1,000 a month. And everyone said I was stupid. The day, no shit, the day I was fired from my job and my wife was fired from her job, both, I paid off the van and the house. Both paid off. I was like, holy shit. Maybe you can't just pay twice as much once a month? Oh, stop. To be honest with you, every time I pay, my wife had to call the bank or do something every month on the bank that I did that so that they would I don't know how it works, if it goes to the interest or the principal or I don't know. But every month she had to do something because they would put it towards the wrong place and try to fuck me. You could have had 2 houses. Maybe. Maybe. But I was so glad I did it. And the grandparents still, people still act like, hey, that's the path to go to college. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not saying I'm against college. College was great. I had a great time there. I had a great time there. How many years? I was an undergrad for 9 years or something. I drank 12 beers a day. What's the math on that? Where's my calculator? Okay. 365 days in a year times 9 years times 12 beers a day. I had 39,420 beers. I drank 40,000 beers. Great. Yeah, college is the most expensive party on earth. Fair enough. Hey, you guys want to play a game? Like a real game, not these fucking stupid games. A real game. Very simple rules. I ask a question, you put the answer in the comments. You guys ready? How many, don't cheat. Don't cheat. How many security detail members are on Brandon Johnson's security team? Brandon Johnson is the mayor of Chicago with an approval rating of 13%. 13% approval rating. Anyone want to guess? How big is his security detail? Jan Clark, 17. Great guess. Adam Blakesley, 500. 400. Ryan, 100. Vindicate, 69. Paper Street, 69. You guys are so childish. Grow the fuck up. 50 for Bernie. I'm my own security detail. Attaboy. 150 losers. God, you sucked. CrossFit. You cheating motherfucker. Mayor Johnson protected by 150 Chicago cops while claiming the city is safe. Look at this. Look at this ad on the bottom. California governor will give you back up to 30,000 credit if you install solar panels. Oh, the governor's going to give me. Oh, Gavin Newsom's going to give me, whoever the fuck our governor is, 30. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're going to give me 30,000? Mayor Brandon Johnson keeps telling Chicago residents their city is safe, but his actions tell a very different story. Despite his public confidence, reports indicate that Mayor Johnson's security detail includes a dedicated team of 150 Chicago Police Department officers, costing taxpayers an estimated $22.5 million annually. When those costs are included, the likely expense will exceed $30 million. Those other expenses are overtime, vehicles, special equipment. Lori Lightfoot, remember that bizarre-looking, hairless cat, rat-looking thing that was the mayor before him? That psychopath? She had a security detail of 90 officers. Johnson's expanded force represents a massive increase, even as he continues to insist Chicago is safe and improving. Listen to this. The Transit Authority, that must be like Chicago subway and buses. They have 130 police officers assigned to patrol the Chicago Transit Authority, responsible for protecting 79 stations, 146 platforms, and 335 trains. This is a station where people get killed regularly. This is at the Transit Authority, and I think twice in the last year, people were burned, set on fire on the Transit Authority. That means the mayor has more officers guarding him personally than the entire force responsible for keeping millions of commuters safe every day. Johnson travels with one of the largest mayoral security details in the country. The same cannot be said for Chicago's children. The illusion of safety shattered again over Labor Day weekend, one of the deadliest weekends in recent memory. Police reports show that more than 60 people were shot and 10 killed in just 3 days. Dude, this is a city in the United States, dude. That's a 3 day. That's over 3 days. The wave of violence prompted President Donald Trump to renew his call to deploy National Guard to restore order in Chicago. Trump argued that under Mayor Johnson and Governor J.B. Pritzker, Pritzker's the billionaire with the billionaire tranny brother, lawlessness has reached a crisis point. No shit. What do you mean has reached? Can you imagine the morale on that police department? It must be horrible. It must be horrible. $150. Let's just do some quick mathing for just shits and giggles. Let's just do. Okay, let's say you need 4 security detail at all times, 24 hours a day, right? That's right. Let's say you just need 4 at all times. And so you need 3 teams to do your 24 hour day, right? So that's 12 officers, right? And then let's say you need another 12 as the backup team, the B team, right? So now you got 24 guys because guys have to take vacation, guys get sick. So now you have 24 guys. There you go. That's it. 24 guys. Hey, listen. And I'm gonna tell you the problem. The problem is this. I'm gonna show you the problem. The cops can't even fucking protect themselves. How are they supposed to protect? How are they supposed to protect anyone else? They can't even protect themselves. These guys are they've been neutered. This is so embarrassing. This is New York City. Yesterday. A dude just ran up and fucking smashed a fucking snowball in the guy's head. Now you could be like, "Hey, it's all fun and games." We're not at the fun and games part. We're not at the fun and games part. Like, hey, someone brought up Kash Patel the other day partying with the blah blah blah, the hockey team. Like, hey man, this is not how cops should be treated in public. This is fucking insane. Dudes with like, what if someone, someone put a rock inside of one of those and put a snowball around it? These aren't kids, dude. These aren't kids. You're saying this is unbelievable. Shame on those kids. Those aren't kids. Those are grown men. People vote for this nonsense. Yeah, exactly.
How you accomplish
Look at that one guy's eyes. Look at that guy's eyes injured. Look at.
You good? You okay? Let's do it.
Someone yelled, "You fucking bitch." Those kids are in their 30s. Cash said we shouldn't be using private jets to do that. No, it's fine. Listen, the head of the FBI can fly anywhere he wants on the fucking private jet. I don't give a fuck. If you do give a fuck, you're fucking an idiot. He can go anywhere he wants. He's head of the fucking FBI. As long as he's doing his job, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can fly wherever he wants. He wants to go to the fucking Olympics? Good. He needs a little, hey, dude, that's called the benefits of the job. If that makes him excited to work and protect this country, to go fucking hang out with the U.S. hockey team and celebrate and get invigorated and be like, yeah, this is why this is what I'm fighting for every day. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Crossfat, he gave a fuck though. Okay, I don't know what you're referencing. You're saying in the past he was criticizing people for using the FBI jet. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. He is working. What are you talking about? The problem is he isn't working. He is working. Look at the numbers. How can you say that? Yeah, you're so full of shit, Trish. Yeah, where's the cavalry? There are none. Cops can't protect themselves. And if you're not a cop in Florida, you're fucked. You're garbage. Your politicians are just shitting on you. Numbers of what? You pick one. You pick one and compare it to any other fucking FBI director. You pick one. Missing children apprehended, drugs gotten. You know that I don't think they got one person on the FBI's top 10 most wanted during the Biden administration. He got 6 in the first year. What do you mean, what numbers? How about you do a little research, dumb shit? Yeah, I don't believe you, Terry. But Cash isn't working. He has great opportunity to make changes in the FBI, and he's doing nothing. I disagree. Yeah, I'd like to see that too. I'd like to see some deep state arrests. You're right. Hey, Pat Lang says missing children apprehended is the greatest fake news ever presented. Yeah, trust me, I don't expect someone of your political bend to think that children are important. I don't. I get it. I get it. I don't think going to the Olympics is personal use. Have we seen Greta lately? No, but I saw a report on her that I wanted to dig into about some nefarious Greta Thunberg. What is she up to? About some nefarious people around her. Greta Thunberg. I wish I would have never lost the Greta Thunberg song. I would love to have that. I just need that in my arsenal. Can someone send me that? Thunberg. Just gonna do one desperate Hail Mary. Oh, I put in Greta Thunberg boobs and it just took me to AI. Jeez. There's so much AI. Wow, that's crazy. Close that window. All right. Cops can't protect us. Quick story. I know you guys were pretty concerned about this, so I just wanted to give you an update. North Korea's ruling party reelects Kim Jong-un, so everyone settle down. We're fine. Kim Jong-un is still head of the North Korean government. It's all good. North Korea's ruling Workers' Party reelected Kim Jong-un as General Secretary at a party Congress meeting on Sunday. State media said a move seen as underlining his absolute grip on power and greater confidence over domestic stability. By the way, they moved. I didn't know this, but I guess after the Korean War, a peace agreement was never signed. I guess that's the whole big thing about the in 1950. Was it 56 that it was over? Whenever it was over, a peace deal was never signed. And that's why they had the DMZ. They just had some sort of I don't know what it is. They had some sort of pause in the war, and then it stopped, and it never started again. So what is that? That's 70 years ago? Yeah, that's why there's a DMZ. Yeah. And so it never stopped. And listen, see this ad on the side with this chick's boobs? Like 30 years ago, I'd have stopped and looked at that. Now it's just everywhere. I'm completely desensitized. Yeah, they never had, I want to see if I can find the exact wording of it, but they never signed a peace agreement. And I guess recently, maybe it's as of this week, for the first time, and so they've always considered themselves a military first country. I guess they have the 4th largest military in the world. I guess they have nuclear weapons. They have 1.3 million soldiers. But I guess recently they just switched out of, like, they've been on alert for 70 years to fight a war, and he says now they're out of that war stance and they're in the prosperity stance, whatever the fuck that means. In a report published Monday by KCNA State News Agency, credited Kim with raising the prestige of the country, placing it globally on solid footing to pursue its revolutionary crusade and hardening the military into an elite and powerful army. What's the word they used? Anyway, they've moved out of DEFCON 5 to DEFCON 4 or whatever, DEFCON 1 to DEFCON 2, whatever it is. They're now in prosperity mode. They claim that because of their nukes, which may just be cardboard tubes. Wow. Sebs, these are your ads because of what you search. Listen. Well, maybe, I don't know. But I do not click ads ever. I'm old school. I never, like, if I Google something, I never click the sponsor link. Or I try not to unless it's on accident. I really, like, I try not to. Anyway, so North Korea is good, in good hands, stable. Everything's chill. All right. Let me show you this picture here. Let me see if I can make it big. I want to show you this picture here. Okay. You ready? This is Erica Badu on the left. On the left. In the red top. The black chick in the red top. You see her on the left? Erica Badu. Okay. That's who we're going to talk about for the next few minutes here. That's her. Here we go. Sit back and enjoy this one, people. This one's a doozy. A therapist who was brutally attacked and sexually assaulted during a counseling session at Clark County Youth Facility has won a $20 million civil judgment. She'll never get any money. The victim was working at Spring Mountain Youth Camp, a county-run facility for juvenile offenders, when a 15-year-old, Tavari Pearson, attacked her in May. Court records described a horrific assault during an outdoor counseling session. They were inside, and she said, "Hey, do you want to go for a walk?" And he said yes. He ends up pushing her to the ground, pushed her into a ditch, pinned her hands, punched her repeatedly, hit her with a rock, strangled her, and then fucked her in a ravine. Hit her with a rock, punched her, pushed her down, fucked her in a ravine, raped her in a ravine. 15-year-old boy raped his therapist. The victim and her attorney sued Pearson, the kid, and sued the county. They failed to notify the therapist ahead of time that Pearson had sexually assaulted someone before. They didn't tell the therapist that. So she won $300,000 from the county. She sued him. He never responded to the lawsuit, so the court ends up just by default giving her a $20 million settlement. Her medical bills were $140,000. In the criminal case, Pearson took a plea deal allowing him to be found guilty of just 2 of 6 charges he was facing. Judge Erica Ballou sentenced him to 6 months behind bars, followed by 5 years of probation. He was immediately released from prison with credit for 2.5 years he had already served. He did 6 months. I missed one of the only bad things we knew about was whatever happened in our own country. That guy did 6 months in jail. Now this story goes on for quite a bit. It's a lot of developments in it. Pearson, the guy who pushed her into a ravine, hit her with a rock, and fucked her in the ravine. Remember, the city didn't tell her that, hey, this guy's a rapist ahead of time. He's currently back behind bars just months after his release on probation, where he was indicted for a string of car thefts, burglaries. I think one of them was a home invasion. Though the new indictment is only 8 counts, court records show Pearson allegedly committed 21 separate crimes between September and November. Listen, if you're being caught for 21 crimes, that means you did 2,100 crimes. You know that, right? We've talked about this before. When you get a speeding ticket, it's not because it was the one time you were speeding. It's because you speed fucking 24 hours a day and finally you got caught. So how the fuck does this guy get out? The article goes, Judge Ballou, that was the chick I showed you in the bikini in the hot tub. We'll get to that in a second. That's the judge. She wears a Black Lives Matter pin to work every single day. Judge Ballou, who gave him every chance under the sun, said, if you come back, you're going to have a problem. Well, he's back. So even the Judge Ballou understood that there could be a problem here, and there was. Guns were involved. She says that's scary. Okay. So that judge let a rapist out with only a 6-month crime, right? Here she is, even in the courtroom, with her tits out and the Black Lives Matter pin. She gave him 6 months. 6 months. Let's go on. Let's keep going. Who is this? Who is this Judge Ballou? Las Vegas judge suspended without pay for misconduct. This is a different case. Before that one, a district judge is suspended without pay for at least 6 months after a commission sanctioned her for failing to send a criminal defendant to prison and defying the state Supreme Court orders. She let someone out who was sentenced. A grand jury indicted Mia Christman in 2013 for a violent crime spree she committed at 18 years old. This lady, Erica Ballou, let her out. She said she felt bad for her. By the way, these are all black people. That's why I say that. Black Lives Matter. All black people she let out. I want to read to you what she said. By the way, in the case, Ballou is accused of 6 counts of committing judicial misconduct. The commission, by a vote of 7-0 vote in all counts, agreed that Ballou had committed 3 counts of wrongdoing. They suspended the Ballou from judicial office for 6 months without salary. She was trying to bring respect to the judicial system. So she let this lady out, and then the lady got pregnant And then when the lady came back and the court said, hey, you have to put her in jail, she said, no, I refuse to. Now she has a kid. So she used that. How bad is this judge? I mean, you can find endless shit on her. This is in Las Vegas. This is in Las Vegas. Guess who endorsed her? Guess who endorsed her? You're going to love this. Guess what? By the way, she ran for this position with unopposed to be this judge in this district. Controversial Las Vegas judge has lowest retention score in RJ survey. I guess there's something where all the lawyers every year evaluate the judges that they go in front of. A controversial Las Vegas judge received the lowest retention score of 101 judges included in the Las Vegas Review Journal. District Judge Erica Ballou, who was suspended from the bench without pay for 6 months in September, received a 32.8. How bad is that? Out of 101 judges, the average score was 75.6, and she got a 32.8. Only about a third of the 244 attorneys who rated her want to keep her on the bench. Though that picture I showed you, by the way, here's the crazy part that I didn't tell you about. She's a judge, and she posted this. These other two people in the photo, they're public defenders. She posted this, and she said, whatever the guy in the center's name is, let's say John Paul surrounded by great tits. And then she quoted some Cardi B song, "Get your motherfucking money." And when they asked her why she did that, she said now that she talks real and posts things like this, her following has tripled. Think about that. There's nothing mysterious about this. The Reds want them out on the streets. They're the first vanguard of La Revolution. He has bigger hammers than both of them. Loads of judges and DAs like this all over the country. Hey, do you think she's a Republican? She's literally the worst judge on the bench. One wrote, she's openly hostile during trial to the point that the jury gained sympathy for the attorneys. She just does not care about this job. Someone wrote, she is thorough and smart and speaks the truth. The only person I could find that endorsed her were two people. Bernie Sanders is the one who endorsed her, and that's why she got elected. And then Bernie Sanders. And the head of Las Vegas's NAACP. Former head, president. She's a real fucking whore too. That's the nicest thing I can say that. She told someone who came to the court, she told one of the people who came to the court, you're a black man in America, you know, you don't want to be around where cops are. And I know I don't, and I'm middle-aged, middle-class black woman. I don't want to be around where cops are because I don't know if I'm going to walk away alive or not. She's telling people this who come into her fucking courtroom who are being charged with crimes. That's a direct quote. Ballou was elected in her seat in 2020. She did not campaign or raise money, but received an endorsement from Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. I think that's the most depressing. Like the cops not being able to defend themselves, pretty fucking bad. But the judges, the judges in that whole thing being just corrupt. This one's going to be really fun to watch. By the way, I saw this report the other day. You know how these policies come out and then no one ever goes back and checks to see if they're effective. They introduced, like the food pyramid. Like they introduced the food pyramid and like it was obvious right away. Like they introduced the food pyramid and sickness just skyrockets. And it's like, but no one does anything about it. They're like, oops, we fucked up. They don't do anything about it. You know how that works. That's how the government, like, you don't want the government should never insert because they put things into action. And if they go bad, we're fucked. They're not going to reverse it. They're going to be like, oh, it sounds good. Trying to think of when they, when they added sexual education to kids, schooling, I saw this chart where they introduced sex ed in high schools to try to fight venereal diseases and teen pregnancy. And as soon as they introduced it, venereal diseases and teen pregnancy skyrocketed. My God, I freaking wish they would just pass a law requiring voter ID so everyone will just shut up about it. And no voting patterns will change at all. That'd be awesome. Far left California Governor Gavin Newsom, far left, who is big time against voter ID, now wants to ban teens under 16 from social media. He gave an example about a birthday party where his child and her friends were on cell phones. Just to be clear, if this ban goes through, there'd be some sort of ID requirement for everybody on social media. Get it? They pretend like it's for the kids,
Well,
but really it's for all of us.
I've got 4 kids. The youngest just turned 16. And so I can speak as a father, as a parent, we need help.
He's like, oh shit, I can speak as a father or a parent because, I have kids. That's Scott Wiener behind him. Someone needs to check his computer. He's the one that thinks it's okay for kids to chop off their penises and not tell their parents. He's all about trans kids, the imaginary trans kids.
We have a generation that's never been more anxious, less free, more stressed. And we have to address this issue. And I had a birthday party just a few weeks ago with a lot of my daughter's friends, and I literally stopped everybody because there were 7 of them together, all of them on their cell phone at the birthday party.
Hey, same thing. No responsibility. His kids, none of those kids are paying their cell phone bills. It's like, hey, dude, you gave your kid that cell phone. Oh, but hey, I can't parent. So can you help me, state? Hey, dude, that's the same fucking idiot parents who bring their kids to martial arts academy and like, can you teach my kid some discipline? No, retard. You need to teach your kid discipline at home. They can't teach you discipline. Your kid can come in here and get his ass beat. Don't worry. Your kid's out of hand. Send them to us. The government will help you. Hey, and it's not about them giving their IDs. They don't give a shit about the kids. It's about us giving our IDs. It's about tracking us. Of course, Pat loves it. Of course, Pat. Of course, you love it. This is a good idea. Social media for kids is bad. I mean, I don't know how you stop it other than parents, but overall, social media. I don't know how you stop it other than the parents. Yeah. Thank you. Lefties see that they're losing boys bigly. This is their response. Censorship, mask as child protection. Absolutely wild. Outsourcing your parenting to the government. Yeah, he knows all this. He doesn't care. Pat in the state of California, they're issued a driver's license and registered to vote even though they're illegal. I know. There's a million videos of it online. Did you see the one most recently, Sean, where a guy comes down from Canada and registers? He tells them he doesn't have any ID. He's not a citizen. They're like, no problem. We got this. Of course they care about the kids. Of course. Of course they do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to give them some feedback. I've been giving them feedback from this podcast for years. I don't understand why no one doesn't listen to me. I've been giving the feedback for years. Every single day for years. I've been giving the feedback. I don't understand. I've been giving the feedback. Gavin Newsom doesn't watch my podcast? I've been giving the feedback. I've been giving the feedback. How come no one's listening? Oh, Canada. Canada. Remember yesterday we saw a video of American lesbian couple fleeing to Canada, and now they're like, oh my God, it's hard up here. You guys remember that? So difficult in Canada. Can someone, and do you remember at the end, she's like, can someone give us free housing or below market value housing that we really can't even pay for? We're looking for free housing, and we're 2 adults with a cat and a dog. Sebi, did you see the study giving Democratic leaning men testosterone? They ended up moving right. Of course they did. Hey, and that's the funny thing. Remember when the Dems were like, exercise? It was just I can probably find an article on this. Let me type this up really quick before I go into the Canada thing. Exercise will make you right wing. Like, that's true. Exercise will make you right wing. I think the New York Times did an article. Getting fit is great, but it could turn you into a right wing jerk. Yeah, The Guardian did it. The white supremacist origins of exercise in the U.S. Time Magazine. Thinking that working out is far right. Testosterone admission induces a red shift in Democrats. Oh shit! Oh shit! I feel I'm a little embarrassed to say this to you guys, because I know you guys know it, but I'll just say it anyway to get it on the record. It's basically, it's not that. I mean, I guess maybe it is the testosterone. It's not the testosterone. It's not the exercise. When you start to feel in control of your own life and you have personal accountability and personal responsibility, and you start to feel like you're in control and you have a strong sense of identity, and you're not obsessed with it. It just is who you are, and you sit safely in your skin, and the more capable you become, you're obviously going to go right wing. The delineation is between taking care of yourself. Like, at some point, we all become left wing cucks. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say after a nuclear war and there's a gate and they're only taking in 100 people. Please take me. I mean, we're all at the fucking gate, right? But what's crazy is in a society where there's such an abundance, never a greater abundance in the history of mankind. Not even close. Our poorest people are filthy rich compared to the richest people in the world 300 years ago. Think about that. 200 years ago, 150 years ago, the poorest heroin addict can shower in the nicest shower at the YMCA in Berkeley with hot water, better water pressure than I have. Fucking immaculate clean tiles, beautiful shitters. It's crazy what we have. The most we've ever been taken care of, and yet the left just wants more. They just want to be taken care of more and more and more. And that's who they are. But when you exercise and you take testosterone, you start to be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to complain to the garbage company that they need to come down my driveway. I can wheel my fucking trash can to the end of my driveway. I'm not going to complain about that. I can do it on my own. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not going to complain that they haven't come and trimmed the trees off my cable line. I'm just going to get my own trimmer and cut it down myself. Sevi, if you're not fully independent after watching this current clown show and the last one, your official cuck for your party, think for yourself, Brohim. Hey, listen, here's the thing, dude, that you don't get. I don't understand why you don't get it. I'm like pointing at a lever. I'm like, hey, everyone, let's pull that lever and that'll make everything better. And you're screaming, but there's dog shit on that lever. Like, I don't care. Dude, do you understand? I don't care. I'm worried about the fucking big picture. I'm worried about I don't know if worried is the right word. I'm concerned about the big picture. I don't care that there's dog shit on it. I'm not like, oh, I'll just use the Renee Good thing as a perfect example. This is where Taylor and I differed, not because we disagreed, but because we were standing from different perspectives. We agreed 100%. She didn't have to be shot. I didn't want her to be shot, but in the big picture, like, I don't care. You're worried about that one thing, and I'm telling you over here, shitloads of people are being raped, and the cops have a job to do. And you're like, but Renee Good. Like, I don't care. You don't understand. I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't care. I'm like, while you're worried about there being shit on the lever and not pulling the lever, fucking 10,000 people died over here. And you're like on this moral high ground. Like, if you don't see this, like, motherfucker, you're not paying attention on what's going on behind you. Yeah, here's a way to say it, Pat. He'll never get it. There's certainly a lesser of two evils. That's one way of saying it. Oh, geez, Pat. It's not that I don't care about the big picture. It's that I don't care that there's dog shit on the handle. Now, you can take notes on all of that. After we pull the lever or while we're pulling the lever, maybe we can clean it up a little bit. But what I'm telling you is, I like, just as an example, I don't care about of the 365 million traffic stops that happen a year that save 1 million lives from drunk drivers and shooters, that a handful of people who resisted arrest got fucking killed. Like, that's, I'm not gonna dismantle. That's another perfect one. They dismantled the whole fucking system and brought it to its fucking knees because 12 unarmed black men who resisted arrest got shot and killed. And we know what happened after that. They dismantled the system and fucking deaths amongst black men skyrocketed. And how is that a solution? How is that a solution? Pat, you're the kind of guy who would fucking spray a whole tree with fucking chemicals to kill all the mothworms and ruin all the fruit. And you're like, yeah, but I got all the moths. I've seen that kind of gardener. Now none of the fruit's edible. Like, you fucking moron. What the fuck did you do? I was a dumb 22-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid, and I lived in a motorhome, and it was being eaten by termites. And I got all these Raid cans, and I was spraying it in the walls. And my dad says, hey, and I go, what? He goes, if it kills them, it's going to kill you. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, of course, if you exercise, of course, if you do anything that makes you feel more empowered, that's why, listen, that's why old, gray-haired, little, white, old ladies are all libtards. Their fucking power has drained from them. They're completely like, their dudes have left them because they don't fuck their dudes anymore. They're worry warts. They just want to be safe to fucking any extreme, and they've lost all personal accountability. They're just all afraid to die. They're godless. They got nothing. They got nothing. Of course they're liberal. That's it. That's what it is. This may be the greatest description of liberals ever for anyone with an IQ of between 70 and 104, where mine rests. The Dave Castro Weekend Review is one of the greatest ever. Dog shows up today. Oh shit! Wow. Yeah. Oh shit. That. I meant to send Caleb and Sue the text this morning. I sent it to fucking Colton. He must be like, what the fuck? Way. Wow. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Show's done. What is today? Oh, I'm taking the kids to gymnastics. Get a dog today. More drama to come. I'm sure. It'll be fun. Send me videos of people doing bro reps. I love bro reps. No dog name yet. Big, thank you for asking. Big, Sebi, you complain about people not taking their garbage out is dog shit on the lever, buddy. You're the same as them. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're all the same as them. That's what I'm saying. At some point, we all turn into a save me, daddy, save me. Dear God, dear Jesus, save me. Or after the big nuclear holocaust and everyone's going underground, that we're going to be like, save me, save me. But what I'm saying is we live in a place of mass abundance right now, Pat, and there's people who want to be saved and they're fucking everything up for everyone else because we don't need to be saved. Because every time you try to save people, a shitload of people fucking get hurt. Those 12 dead, unarmed black men who resisted arrest, fucking tens of thousands of black men died because of their fucking memory. And that's the side you sit on, dude. And you're worried about like some fucking misfire in a car in New Jersey of some drug dealer who wasn't armed. And it's like, hey, dude, you don't give a and then you blanket it like caring about black people when, hey, dude, all you did was make it so that the cops in Chicago stopped doing their jobs because they were afraid they were going to be accused of fucking abusing black people. They didn't go into the cities anymore to defend those people, and fucking tens of thousands of them died. And that, no, I'm not conflating. It's called analogous or a simile or a metaphor, you dumb shit. Why are you so dumb? All right. Love you guys. See you later. Peace.